Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 with a challenge. The way this one works is pretty simple. We have all been drawn a power figure for which we have to build our car to. That vehicle then is to be made to A class. So, for an example, Rusky here has only 290 horsepower to use, hence why they have got an AutoZam. Blakey had 327, which is not much more. They're in a Porsche. I had 347, also not much, which is I have a tiny Ford, a GT70. Could be very fast, but of course it's very small and very light. Danger Man has got 390, has got a Toyota and A86. Absol with about more sensible powers. I mean, the high 300s are pretty sensible. 465 for Absol, going with the GMC Cyclone, not a bad shout. Ewan, 510 horsepower in the Yaris, starting to get quite powerful now. Oh, Speedbeast's car has turned up. It was invisible for a while, but it's made an appearance. We were having game troubles, but Speedbeast is here. Now we start getting really powerful. 644 horsepower for Speedbeast. We then had 676 for Gliska in the Ford, and then Lombo with 677 in the Chevy. And then we have the two Lightning Twins. We have got Coffee, I think in the white one, it's 736, and Shadows at 738. Power figures were between 250 and 800. This one, which is the luck of the draw, has skewed very high. It has skewed very high in terms of these vehicles. So, yeah, some incredibly powerful cars here. And then, at the other end of the spectrum, there's some very small and very light cars. I fear I might be in danger against all of the trucks. But, yeah, this should be interesting. For our first race, we have come to the Tierra Prospera circuit. It's going to be an interesting track. It's going to be an interesting race, actually. Quite a few different options of tyres. Gliska's F-150 is on slicks, which is a hell of a choice. That's going to have quite a lot of grip. I'm on the rally tyres. There are a few vehicles on rally tyres. There's a few vehicles on off-road race tyres. So Ewan's Yaris is on that. I believe Danger Man's Toyota is running those. So they will not be as good on the tarmac as I am going to be, but they will be very, very good when we go off-road, because this is a mixed surface event. So, yeah. The GT70, in theory, is likely to be quite strong. I mean, with not a huge amount of power to play with, I was definitely... Jeez, this is going to shoot on. I mean, they've got twice the power I do. Twice the weight, but still. Yeah, we might struggle against the Ford, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, really, because while the Ford has got better tyres, well, pretty sure I just saw Shadows go flinging off into a wall. That's one of the Lightnings down. We are still in ghosty mode while we make our way. Okay, we've got past one of the Lightnings. Now we have got only one big truck in our way. We all got kind of got a bit checked up. Rusky got caught behind the GT70 as well. The AutoZam is going to have a little bit of a look through there. It definitely gave us a lean through that one, but we will then return the favour through the next corner a bit. Now, Gliska is getting a little bit caught up behind the Yaris. The AutoZam's just got a lot of speed, I'll give it that. The AutoZam's got a surprising amount of speed. Oh, God, okay. Well, I mean, I was definitely wanting to be a lot later on the brakes there than an AutoZam. Was not expecting that to be as early. That was a hell of a shot. We've both mugged a... Whoa, okay, that's not quite got the grip through there. Now we both mugged the Ford, but the Ford's then got the speed through the next part when I went wide. Oh, and I'm going to get stuck in the corners through here. The Yaris is currently leading the way. I'm going to try and steal a move on the Toyota. Is a little bit manic here, not going to lie. Can we go around the outside? Oh, too ambitious. Not driven this circuit for a very long time. The rust is showing in this one. We definitely got a little bit ambitious in there. Now, well, the Ford is a weird one because it's got lots of grip, but it has got... It's a bit strange the way it's kind of dealing with it. Rusky with a lot of understeer through there. Right. We will try and duck underneath. So I think we've got better grip than the AutoZam, but the AutoZam has got better acceleration. If Gliska gets it right, the Ford has got more grip than me, but by the looks of it, the Ford is a bit difficult to keep it getting right everywhere. The Yaris is maybe starting to struggle a little bit. Me and Rusky have definitely caught it this lap around. The Ford is not going away behind me at all there. Ewan is going to be in trouble and potentially vulnerable into the first corner. I want to be faster through there, and no, I kind of have to be. We're going to get biffed out wide slightly, and that's going to open the door to Gliska. It's a good opportunity for Rusky. We can kind of annoy Gliska a little bit through here. Blakey may have missed a checkpoint back there with the Porsche. The Yaris is still alongside, but the Yaris will not have the grip of the GT70, and we are through. Have we left it too late to really do anything about the AutoZam is the question. So yeah, we've clearly got much more speed through like this section here. Through the actual proper twisty bits we are faster, but the AutoZam beats us on acceleration, and we are very acutely aware of the massive pickup truck that is behind us, that is, you know, quite terrifying. Oh, and I've got the back end letting go of me now, which is not what we need. A GT70, I didn't run aero. I knew I was going to be vulnerable with a lack of straight line speed because I just don't have the power. I physically can't get the power the way this challenge is sort of set up. So I knew I was going to be vulnerable with top end, which is why we are not running any aero. I mean, I've caught the AutoZam now, but I don't know how to get past it through here. Of course, if we make any mistake, the Ford's going to get the pair of us. Alright, can we go around the outside? No, not quite, and then that's the problem. The Ford is immediately back there. The second I try and look for a way past the AutoZam, the Ford suddenly turns up, which is not great. That is not at all what you want. We have to be really careful as we look for a way. The AutoZam's just got so much acceleration, which is nuts, because it is actually heavier than mine. It's heavier than mine and has less power, so I don't quite know how Rusky's got that going, or how it's working, but yeah, that absolutely flies. I mean, I am all-wheel drive swapped, as I believe is the AutoZam, judging by its pace off the line. I mean, we have kind of pulled clear of Ewan in fourth now. It really is these three are the vehicles to beat around here, and they're all good in different ways. Gliska has got kind of corner speed. Rusky has acceleration. I'm perhaps the best overall sort of thing. Gliska's is possibly the easiest to drive of the three as well, which is saying something when you have an AutoZam, a GT70, and a bloody pickup truck. Rusky is struggling through these corners. Again, I feel like this coming corner is my best bet for an overtake, but even if we fired the car past, Gliska's so fast down there. Jesus, we had a nice gap to that Ford, but it's just immense through that section. This section here is also a good potential spot for a GT70 to go for a pass. It's going to have a go to the inside of the AutoZam. We are going to get the move completed, but I think we're going to be vulnerable when it comes to going up the hill, and we are compromised all the way through here. Where is that AutoZam going to be? By the time we get to the top of the hill, I know it's going to be a problem. We're going to have to really, really cover the inside for this one, because Rusky is going to try and send it past. Oh, have we got the grip to do it? I think we might have done. I don't think Rusky got the mid-corner speed. We saw it understeer itself into a wall. Oh, it's going to actually be Rusky versus the Ford for the final corner. It's not going to be a Ford 1-2. The AutoZam holds on. Oh, we just found an overlap on the final lap. Yeah, that section, that kind of double, triple left-hander, was very, very good for the GT70. That's where we made the pace. What a weird front group that was, honestly. What a bizarre group that was. GT70 from AutoZam from F150. Yaris wasn't too far away, neither was the K10. The Toyota a little further back, but bear in mind the Toyota is likely to be very strong off-road, and the Yaris also. Yaris not a million miles away, will come very powerful off-road. It's a solid start for the GT70. Let's see what happens next. We head to the River Scramble for our next race. So, these vehicles are going to be tasked with tackling all sorts of surfaces. Now, my GT70 should be good overall, but I am on rally tyres, and while they're not bad off-road, the off-road race tyres will be better. Vehicles I know that are running them are the GI Yaris and the Toyota, but I believe there could well be some other ones. Also, Arta got connected as well. Driver couldn't dash at 579 horsepower in this, so still on the relatively high end of the spectrum. The River Scramble is not the very worst circuit for a car on rally tyres rather than off-road race, due to the nature of being relatively fast. Gliska's incredibly quick pickup isn't going to like this track, because that was so fast, because it's on slicks. Again, this isn't the worst track to be on the wrong tyres for, so to speak. However, you know, it's going to really struggle. One thing I'm going to struggle with is being a tiny low car. Basically, there, I got spooked by Countach suddenly on the inside, and I didn't know what to do. Oh, hey, Longbow. Sorry, Longbow. I don't know how I can move that. Let's face it. I am the lightest car here. I'm pretty sure. I am actually lighter than the AutoZam and lighter than the Toyota. I think the Toyota's actually lighter than the AutoZam as well in this one. Once the Yaris and Toyota start getting through the traffic, that's going to be the danger. Really? Oh. Because we will just not have the grip. They will have the front end grip. They will be able to turn into the corners just so much better than I can. And the Yaris is up to third. Don't know what tyres Longbow is on. I believe it might be Rally. Not completely sure. Oh, don't hit the tree. That's a surefire way to ruin midday. We can be not flat through turn 1. What is going to help me is if Longbow gets in the way. That's what we kind of want. Longbow to slow down a Ewan, if at all possible here. I don't know where Danger Man is. Danger Man's down in... Okay, Danger Man had a bad start, so that might take one of the big... I say one of the big threats out of this. So yeah, the problem Ewan's got is where Ewan's going to be really quick is going to be in the final sector. Well, I say in the final sector, we're going to be very quick through this corner here. And has already got past... Oh, bloody hell. Oh, and Rusky's missed a checkpoint. Well, that's not so good for the AutoZam. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see behind me. I wanted another lap. I wanted Ewan to at least be stuck behind Longbow until this next section, but nope. The Yaris is here. I think I heard the horn as well. Yeah, we are going to have to defend like mad. Oh, may not be able... No, it'll be enough here. We're going to try and fight it and make it really awkward for the Toyota, but I cannot do it here. Now, one thing I might have going for me is on the tarmac, we know we're better than Ewan, so if I can be really quick through this section and get back past the Yaris, I can potentially make life really difficult for Ewan. I should have committed to the outside through there more than I did. I mean, we might get the pass done through here, because Ewan's not even that fussed about fighting it at this point. Gliska's doing really well, considering they are on slick tyres. Let's not forget here, they are on I'm on slightly the wrong tyres. Gliska is on completely the wrong tyres at this point. I'm trying to go through the narrow bit of the water, but Ewan's got so much more speed than me, because Ewan's got 500 horsepower, but I'm going to make it difficult. We are not giving up on this one. If we are going to be able to fight back with the GT70, we are certainly going to give it a try. Here, though, it's going to be difficult because the Yaris has just got more speed than I do. We are going to, again, we're going to take the fight to the Yaris if it's all possible through here, but the Yaris has got past, and unless Ewan makes a mistake, it's going to be difficult for me. Ewan has slid a little bit wide. You can see the anti-lag kicking in on the Toyota all the way down here. I do not have that. I don't even remember if I have a turbo or not. Ewan with a big slide. Of course, the transition onto the tarmac isn't great for the Yaris. It's just not as much grip. Can I be... I mean, I'm going to have to be absolutely committed through turn number 1 here, which we are. And, oh, it's so close to missing a checkpoint. Again, we'll do exactly the same thing to Ewan as we did before. In fact, this time around, a little bit neater for me. That was full send. Absolute maximum bravery in that one. And I've got to. I'm going to have no other choice here. If we are speeding this up to third with the Evo. I think the Evo's on off-road race tyres as well, actually. On the big chunky tyres. Oh, we're going to be vulnerable here to a Yaris poking its nose up the inside, which Ewan has a look at. Can't quite do it, though, because it's a really tight line through the next part. This is madness. We are clinging on. It is everything I have got in the GT70 to try and... Oh, God, it really doesn't like the bumps. I probably don't quite have enough ground clearance. I know the GT70 was supposed to be a rally car, but I don't think we've got quite the ground clearance for this size bumps. The good news is Ewan is not close enough this time around, although we'll be so fast through this section. Is there a Yaris? The Yaris can't do the transition onto the tarmac as well. That's where we can get it. Now, we have got to be mega. The chance for me here to win this means I have to be absolutely mega through turn 1, and it has not been as good as I wanted it to be, but it's quick. quicker than the Yaris. That's good news. Oh, that's too deep. That's too deep. We are possibly in a bit of bother now. I mean, it's still a gap, although Ewan made a mistake there. Ewan has made a little error somewhere in that and is slightly further back. However, as much as Ewan has lost a little bit of time, Ewan will now not be losing time kind of battling me. Ewan will be able to take this corner how they want to and probably gain the time back up. And they have done, and the Yaris has slid up in front of us, and Ewan has got past, and I don't think I got an answer now. Yeah, fair play. Ewan was always going to send it, and yeah, kind of slid the car up in front of us, made it very difficult for us to fight back through that section. I have not got a answer. And yeah, we got it crossed up in the air, pushing. Ewan has got it. The Yaris has done it. We gave everything we had in the GT70. Fought as valiant a battle as we can. Let's just not miss a checkpoint and do anything stupid at the end of this one. Bloody hell, we were in a completely different league to the rest of the cars in this one. Well done, Ewan. Great race. Well played. Yeah, little scruffy from me right at the end. I think we absolutely did everything that we could in that one. And fastest lap, identical. 1:15.759 for both of us. Wonderful stuff. The Toyota got to 6th. I'm going to guess a missed checkpoint early on. Yeah. Well done to Gliska, actually, as well. Holding on to a 5th place on slicks. That's quite good going. It's quite good going indeed. Yeah. Brilliant battle up at the front. But yeah, I just could not quite match the Yaris. For our third race, we head to the Plaza Circuit, and I didn't want the bloody pickup truck in front of me. Okay. Now, in theory, that F-150 is going to be a bit tough to beat here. It's very good at the low-speed sections. The GT70 is a bit better at the medium and higher speed sections. A bit more stability with the GT70. If I can get ahead of the Ford, if I can get ahead of the pickup, I can probably make it difficult. However, it does rely on me getting ahead of it, which is easier said than done. I mean, there's a lot of street furniture as well that the Ford, the F-150 won't care about. My GT70 probably will. Oh, not that much grip there. Right, I don't know how fast the Lamborghini, the Countach, are going to be. I think that might be on off-road race tyres as opposed to rally. Not sure though. Certainly can't tell. We're going to look for a way past the Yaris, and we find it. Now, what can we do about getting past Speedy? Because Speedy is going to have a lot more acceleration in that Evo once it can get its power down. My hope is that I'm going to have superior grip. We do duck underneath it here. Gliska is running away at the front so far. If I can clear the Evo, which I really need to do very quickly, because, yeah, that sort of stuff is not going to be helping me. We've got the Yaris behind. I think we can probably clear the Evo through here. I doubt the Evo is going to be able to match the sort of grip that we can generate in the GT70. And then we will see what we can do about the pickup truck. But I mean, the pickup truck has just got better tyres than me. We have half the power, but probably half the weight. And that's going to kill me. So, the other downside, I love this track. It's been a while since I had a good complaint about street furniture. I do love this track. I love the layout of this track. I love the challenge of this track. But the street furniture is a real problem, and it's a special problem when you're in a very, very small and very, very light car. We're talking 1,669 pounds. That is the weight of the GT70. It is tiny, which is good in terms of being able to change direction very, very well. But, yeah, it is not so good for dealing with street furniture. And I just cannot match the Ford ahead of me through these corners. Some of the stuff we will be relatively quick on, but yeah, the Ford, its low-speed grip and its braking is phenomenal. Blakey's got the Porsche working here, more of a track for the Porsche to be working. Ewan is holding on to third with the Yaris. I'm going to send the GT70 up the hill there as fast as we bloody can. I mean, lap time wise, I don't think so. This is the corner where the big truck might struggle and where we can gain a little bit. I think lap time wise, me and Gliska may not be that dissimilar. Just a poor start for me. The first lap was very, very costly. Oh, Gliska with a big, big mistake. So that got big airtime off the bump on the outside. We've seen that cause trouble before. Gliska recovered it well. However, their lead is gone. The lead is completely gone in the F-150. Now it's a race. Now it's going to be a real battle here. Not going to go around the outside. Can't really go to the inside either. There's too much street furniture. Clonked the wall on the outside. Did not help us. Right. See the front end grip that thing has got is remarkable. Me making a little mistake through there, really, really not helpful in the slightest. That bounces off the roof. That doesn't really hurt us. This section, yeah, this part of the lap is where Gliska is going to be fast, and I don't have an answer. Wrong gear slightly through there. Don't really have an answer through there. Although the truck gets a bit unstable through, and we saw it a bit in the first race, through the medium speed stuff. The grip in the F-150 is just not there. Blakey's up to third with that Porsche. It's working better at this circuit. Oh, turned in too soon. Through that one. Yeah, didn't quite get that one right either. Yeah, if I can get a lap together, I think I'm just I'm overdriving the car a little bit here, desperately trying to catch something that I just can't quite. No, Gliska, after that mistake, Gliska has actually recovered very, very well this time around, and I've had a scruffy lap and not really putting the pressure on where I want to. Funnily enough, Gliska's a little bit cautious through there, but I can try and send it to catch up, but it's not enough at the moment, and Gliska's just opened that gap up. The opportunity we had kind of vanished a little bit with a scruffy lap from me. This is the last time around. Can we do anything? We need a perfect lap. We need Gliska to make a mistake. They ran a little wide through there. We have been much neater this time around. Can we put the F-150 under pressure? Unfortunately, that section there is good for me. This section here is where the F-150 is just better. Is bizarre, again, really bizarre sentences we're saying, although Gliska's got it wrong through there, got it crossed up, got it sliding. Gliska is definitely feeling the pressure here in the F-150. Come on, be neat and tidy on the exit for the GT70. We've again left the rest for dead. We've got to pick up back in third. I think Longbow's got the Chevy up into third place. We're not going to be close enough, I don't think, to have a look into that final corner. We're quick up the hill, there's no doubt about that, into this long double left-hander. Gliska does struggle a little bit with grip through there. Once more, I am giving it absolutely everything we can through here. Can we do anything into the final corner? We're close. It's not going to be close enough. I drove it in as hard as I could. Never really an overtaking opportunity there. If Gliska didn't make a mistake, yeah, we weren't going to be able to get there to pass. Good race. Gliska claims victory. We will take a second place in that one. The GT70 putting up a very, very good fight. If I hadn't had that scruffy lap, third lap, maybe we could have realistically looked. Maybe we could have had a chance at the end there. But it's always going to be very difficult to find a way past because the F-150 was just very quick, accelerating out of corners. The low-speed grip was phenomenal. I mean, yeah, again, bit of a two-horse race. Longbow crossed the line in third with the K10. Blakey was fourth in that Porsche. Ewan dropped down to sixth in that one. But, yeah, that was a... again, it was another very close race. It was a very close race. We fought incredibly hard. But, yeah, could not quite find a way past. For our final race, we have come to the Baja Scramble Circuit. Now, nice spot on the grid for me. Not going to complain about that. Unfortunately, of course, I have the wrong tyres. Well, I say the wrong tyres. Okay, they're not as bad as Gliska's F-150 on the slicks, but Speed Beast, Ewan, Danger Man are going to have more grip here, put simply. Potentially Art as well, not sure. Guess we're going to find out here. Yeah, I'm going to do much as we saw at the River Scramble. We did pretty well fending off as much as we could, although a lot of that was because the lap time was immense on the tarmac. I don't get that respite here. We don't get that anywhere. While I got okay acceleration, the Evo's got 600 horsepower, 500 something horsepower. So it's going to out-accelerate me down the straights and then out-turn me in the corners. So yeah, we're going to struggle. Couldn't even stay in ghost mode long enough to defill, and I tried to cut back down underneath there, and that did not work. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a little bit of a damage limitation race for me. If any of those cars on the off-road race tyres fight each other really hard and lose a bunch of time, then awesome. That would be grand. However, it's definitely going to be difficult, really, for me. If there is a car on rally tyres that's going to take the fight to them, or even get close to, it's going to be the GT70. This has been an absolute monster so far. Unsurprisingly, I rather like my Ford. We have got Danger Man behind us. Yeah, we'll do what we can to go with these cars. Well, Danger Man's closer to me in terms of power, but normally, traditionally, with the off-road race tyres, you're going to get a lot more power in your car because it don't take up as much PI, so they are going to be quicker than me accelerating down the straights. Danger Man, yeah, is much closer to me in terms of power figure, so we may be able to irritate a Toyota for a lot of this. Now, chuck the Ford through here. I mean, I guess, could I have gone for those off-road race tyres? Absolutely. Got more power in the GT70, and we would have been very good around here. But then, of course, we wouldn't have been anywhere close to Kaliska's pickup truck in the tarmac races. Danger Man went to go have a... Well, Danger Man kind of got stuck because I was busy having my own race with Speed Beast here, who has once again managed to go straight up into the wall and into me, which is a bit unfortunate. Danger Man has now got past, because, yeah, we were taking that kind of really high line. I don't think I can match the Toyota, really. I think once it's released, Speed Beast's car just really doesn't have the grip to fight with this group, and I think may have missed a checkpoint in all of that. I mean, that promotes me to third. Unfortunately, I just don't think we've got an answer. And Rusky has missed a checkpoint further back, which is not so good. I guess it comes down to a case of, can Danger Man chase down Ewan? I think the Yaris is probably pretty solid around here. I'm not going to lie, the Yaris has seemed very good off-road. Doesn't have the biggest of tyres, because to get the 500 horsepower, Ewan couldn't put like the wide body kit or anything on it. So it's not got the biggest tyres in the world, but it is always a good shout for a car. We'll try and follow Danger Man. I like this. The GT70 really doesn't feel bad. It's not bad around here at all. We are just missing out on some bite through these corners, and perhaps more significantly, we are missing out on the power down the straight. This is a fast track, this one. I enjoy this circuit. I really like this track. But, yeah, it's we do not have the top end of the cars around us. We look like we are mostly clear of art at the moment, which is... I mean, our podium is secure, but you can just see the gap. You can just see the gap that they're making here. Oh, and Danger Man is actually closing in a little bit on Ewan. I mean, overall, the GT70 is... I haven't done that, of course, don't know the point situation at the moment, but... the GT70 has been really up there. As an overall car, it's worked just about everywhere and done remarkably well. Danger Man has disconnected, maybe, or missed a checkpoint somewhere. I'm guessing Danger Man may have missed a checkpoint. We might be gifted a second place in this one. Not really one that we deserved on merit or on pace, perhaps, through that. I don't even quite know what checkpoint Danger Man missed. It did not look like it was close enough to be missing. Or it was not the normal one to miss. That's bizarre and very unfortunate if that is the case. Or they've hit the rewind button by accident or something along those lines. Ewan has checked out the front. The only real hope I had was to somehow get in front and defend, but around here it would not have worked, basically. We just wouldn't have been able to. We can't make enough lap time. And even at the River Scramble, I think Ewan, had the faster car. We were just able to be awkward and make it difficult. Here, yeah, we never even had the opportunity to try that, but I think the Yaris is just too quick. I guess it's whether can Art hold on to third now is the big question. Will Danger Man be able to find a way past? We have got one more lap. No more missing of checkpoints, hopefully, to go. Unless Ewan wants to miss one, and then that'll be fine. I'll take an inherited win. Again, even if not really a deserved one. Maybe third is not unreasonable for the GT70. I don't know what happened to Speed Beast in that Evo. It definitely didn't look easy to drive. But yeah, Danger Man clearly had a faster car around here. Right, we will run the car around the banking for the final time, and then we've got even more banking coming up here for the GT70. Will definitely be the highest placed of the rally type cars. Danger Man has got back up to third place in all of this. He's going to run out of time to do anything about catching up to me. One more corner to go here. Ran in a little bit deep. Actually, no, 2 more corners to go. I keep forgetting. I always think that's the final corner, but it isn't, because you've got the kink at the corner. Kind of. It's a very fast, actually, corner at the end of the lap. In this car, it'll be fairly easily flat out, but not in everything. Ewan has claimed victory in race number 4. It's 2 wins for the Yaris. It's a second place for the GT70. Danger Man's Toyota will get on the podium in third. There is the Countach slithering its way across the line. Danger Man's car was a monster, to be fair. Lap time wise, it was very good. You know, with a good lap, we weren't that far off the Yaris. With a good lap, with things going well, we weren't a million miles off the Yaris. Funnily enough, the F-150 did not enjoy that circuit. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the F-150 didn't like that one? But, yeah, couldn't quite match Ewan or Danger Man, but I will be satisfied with that. It is with no great surprise that the victor in this one was my Ford GT70. Truth is, it was the best car overall. It was very, very good on the tarmac stuff. It was very good on the off-road stuff. First and 3 second places will tend to do that in a tournament. But it wasn't... I mean, Ewan's Yaris that got second actually got more wins than me. The Yaris won both the off-road events. The Ford put up a hell of a fight. But yeah, the Yaris was more specialised in the off-road events, but could not score the same sort of points when it came to the tarmac. I mean, in third place, you had the F-150 that... Technically speaking, at some of the tarmac tracks was the better vehicle than the GT70. Again, my Ford was just better overall. Everywhere, picked up huge amounts of points. Got a bit lucky in the final race as well, with missed checkpoints and cars that should have been quick struggling. But, yeah, certainly the top 2 were in a little bit of a class of their own. The Ford, with very, very strong tarmac performances, got itself into third. Then it gets really close. Then it gets really, really close for the rest of the group. Longbow just managing to beat Speed Beast overall based on kind of best finishing positions. It's only a point then to find Danger Man's Toyota that was unlucky with missed checkpoints in the off-road events where it could have scored some big points. The Countach, despite not quite making it for the first round, didn't do too badly. Elsewhere would end up in 7th ahead of the AutoZam. The Porsche was very grippy for Blakey, but really, really struggled with a lack of straight line speed, which does happen sometimes with these sort of lower powered cars. There were the 2 Lightnings at 10th and 12th, with the Cyclone in 11th. Just not quite able to pick up the points. Yeah, I mean, the GT70 was a very, very, very good car in this one, honestly. I didn't have a huge amount of power to work with, and the only real way to kind of make that work was with something pretty light. And yeah, it was an absolute monster around here. The Yaris, though, yeah, did put up a very, very good fight. Perhaps not a big surprise. Perhaps not a crazy big surprise to see the Yaris do strongly. The F-150 was quite funny to watch. Very funny to watch that thing be so rapid around the tarmac circuit. Interesting build for Gliska at the end of the day. Yeah, it got the Ford up into a third place. And the Chevy also not that far back either. So there we go. Always a fun challenge, this one. Some interesting builds. Perhaps not the biggest shock that the GT70 would be very, very quick. But yeah, interesting challenge. The real high-powered stuff struggled, although kind of, but you could still, instead with the F-150, which is near 700 horsepower, could still make that work. Anyway, that is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.